You have entered underconsumption core. So I found a definition of the underconsumption core on Reddit, and I feel like it does a really good job of just explaining how this is happening. And for many people, especially living in California and Los Angeles, housing is incredibly expensive, food is expensive, but we're realizing, okay, what really matters to us?
Now, some parts of the internet are not a fan of the underconsumption core, but at the end of the day, if people are being more mindful of how they're spending and they're trying to be more sustainable, I think that's a win.
And just buy the things that you really need, or you can be a good steward of your finances by giving it to other people. There's always the next best thing. And how long are you going to use it? I'm not saying not to consume products that you've been saving up for. It's just like a little dopamine hit, but you don't need it every day or every week. All I want out of this video is for people to feel validated. And just because you don't have the next best thing, it does not mean that you're not good enough. It does not mean that you do not belong. I'm going to go over the 15 things that I'm trying my best to underconsume in. We right now as a society are overconsuming media, overconsuming products. It's a lot. The first thing we need to underconsume on is subscriptions. I want you to look through your bank account and see how many subscriptions do you have? What's that total number? For my husband and I, our subscriptions total to about $100. That's with gym membership, Spotify, Netflix, all of those things. Really think, do you really need this? And are you even using it that month? If you're not, it's okay to pause and go back. It's okay to cancel and just get it when you need it. I feel like our subscriptions is not as high as some other people, and that's because I don't like monthly payment plans. For me, anytime there's a monthly option, I look to see if there's an annual option. If we could just pay it all at once for that year. If you're not willing to pay for the entire year at once, then we cannot afford to pay for it monthly. Monthly payments have happened because they want to hook us. They want us to think, oh, I can afford it. But if you're not willing to pay full price for it for the entire year, then it's not something we should be engaging in every single month.
Unless you know you don't need it for the whole
Even for our
year and you're
Disneyland
going to
annual
cancel it
passes,
soon.
we actually ended up letting it go last month after 11 years. But for the past few years, we've been paying for our annual pass all at once because I don't want a monthly payment coming out from Disney every single month. That's like $60. Yes, it's technically the same thing, but I think mentally getting into that mindset of, can we really afford it? And you can afford it if you could pay it all at once. And if you can't pay for it annually, then that's an indicator that it's not something you necessarily need right now or should have right now. There are certain things that don't have an annual fee, and that's when we'll do the monthly. For example, Netflix. Number 2 is products. So as a woman, there is just a lot of products out there, whether it's skincare, beauty care, makeup. I'm going to show you guys what I have in my makeup bag. Literally everything I need is in here. And I feel like this is normal consumption. It's not really like a lot of underconsumption, but it's not overconsumption either. I have a cushion compact. Now, cushion compacts don't last as long as foundations in terms of use, but I love this one. It literally feels like I'm not wearing anything on my face. So I use this one just because it makes me feel comfortable wearing makeup and not having it be heavy, and it looks very natural. Of course, sunblock. I actually get a lot of these whenever my friends go to Korea or if I'm in Korea. I buy a lot because it's cheaper in Korea than on Amazon. That's the only reason why I would stock up.
And because I know I'm going to use it all.
We don't need 5 makeup palettes that are all going to expire within the next year or two. An eyeshadow primer. So I use an eyeshadow primer also for my eyeliner because it's going to help it last longer throughout the day, so I don't need to reapply.
I also buy travel size products, so I use it all before it expires.
Eyebrow pencil. So thankfully I do have pretty decently thick eyebrows, but I just fill them in, and this one can last me about 6 months, so I buy 2 a year. Eyeliner. So I have 1 brown and 1 black. Now I feel like that's a little bit above the norm. You could really just do with 1, but I found that there's some looks that look better with brown eyeliner and then some with a darker, heavier look. And then I have this liquid blush. Liquid blushes last a very long time, especially the Rare Beauty one by Selena Gomez. Very little goes a very long way. And then that way I don't even need a brush. I can just use my fingers. And then lastly, I have a colored chapstick. So it's a 2-for-1. I have 1 eyeshadow palette that I frequent all the time. I'm a purple maroon type of person. I did recently get 1 eyeshadow pot, like a liquid eyeshadow that I wear on the daily. I'm actually wearing it right now. I forgot it at home. But other than that, I don't really need anything else. And most days I just wear eyeliner and that's it. 3, I I do not get my nails done. I just leave it as it is. I'll maybe do it once a year if I'm traveling and I know I'm going to be filming a lot, but otherwise I just leave it plain. I don't have the patience to sit in the nail salon for that long, and I feel like I have things to do and my hands are just stuck here. And then two, usually I'll get the ones that's kind of hard to take off, so then I have to go back and have them remove it, and it's just a lot of time. I'm not gonna deny, it does look good on girls, but I'm okay. 4, something I've started to underconsume on is not getting my eyebrows done anymore. I used to get my eyebrows threaded every single month. That's just kind of like cleaning it up. I just let it be, and it is what it is. The last time I got my eyebrows done was probably 6 months ago, but it looks okay. So this is filled in right now, but I found that my eyebrows have gotten shorter because they've just threaded the front way too much.
I actually ended up getting my eyebrows microbladed, which ties into my next point.
Next is eyelashes. So eyelash extensions are something that is such a gift for us Asians who have very short, low, stubby eyelashes, and it really helps when I'm traveling because I can just wake up and go. I don't even put eyeshadow on at that point, but I'll probably do eyelash extensions twice a year. I don't go every single month because I want to give my eyelashes a break, and two, that gets very costly. So a lot of my eyelash extensions have fallen off in the last 2 months, and I'm just gonna let it go until my next travels. I do get the wispy Ardell ones from Target. They're like the natural lashes, so I'll get those and I'll stick those on for a special occasion like a wedding. Okay, the sun was moving, so I ended up moving. So another tactic of underconsuming is to actually try to find permanent solutions to your problems. For example, shaving. I actually don't even have to shave anymore because I got lasering done. So laser hair removal, I went to a professional place. I didn't do it by myself, and it has been so life-changing, especially in the summertime. I don't need to shave. So I have like one razor just in case, and just one blade can last me an entire year. So it is an investment like all at once. It's a more permanent solution to something that we usually do weekly or daily. Number 7, next is jewelry. So I actually don't wear a lot of jewelry. I have my engagement ring as my ring. I have these gold hoop earrings from Majuri, and I never take them off. I haven't taken them off in maybe 2 years, but it's fine. It's all good. But they're so comfortable. I can sleep with them, and that's really all I wear. And I do have a cross necklace that I haven't been wearing lately because it's been bothering me when I work out, but otherwise any other jewelry I have, it was gifted to me. But you want to make sure you invest in jewelry pieces that is good quality and is not going to turn green or turn your body green. Next is clothes. You really want to think about quality over quantity, and building a capsule wardrobe is so important. Lately, I've noticed that anytime I do shop, which is like once a year, I buy a lot of basics and I just mix and match everything together, and that's the outfit. You know, sometimes I do want to dress up and look cute, and then other times I just want to be comfortable and a couch potato, and that's okay. And this year I intentionally saved a lot of my shopping for Black Friday because I knew they were things I was going to buy regular price, and I held off so that I could buy it on sale. Next is drinks. So my husband and I, we don't really drink alcohol, so I think that saves a lot of money and good for our health. You know, if it's a latte that you want or a boba drink that you want and you're not over consuming in other areas, it's fine and you can do it. But I found that sometimes I was going to a cafe and then I would be like, I don't really want a drink, but I have to buy a drink because I'm here. So a solution to that is actually going to the library to do work so that you don't really have to buy anything and you can still have a space where you can work that's not in your house. And libraries are free. You don't need a library card unless you're going to check things out, although I think every library is a little bit different. But in terms of drinks, I've just found I'm not the type to go out to dinner and order a drink and food. I just drink water. Next is Ziploc bags or disposable items. I'm trying really hard to use reusable things. So I have a reusable water bottle. Now, I did fall into the consumerism of different water bottles. I have so many different water bottles and I'm stopping here. Unless the next thing is revolutionary, then I need to sell these or do something with it. Also, reusable Ziploc baggies. These are great because they're also dishwasher safe, but I pretty much just hand wash them. It's really great to just have options to not have to use plastic bags. Next thing I do to try to underconsume and underspend is to use Facebook Marketplace or Mercari if there is something that I really want. Even if it's a clothing item on Aritzia, Vuori, Okafor, I always look on Mercari Safari first to see if anybody's selling it in a really good condition, because it's going to be less for sure. The minute it's out of the store, it's going to cost less.
Unless it's limited edition and people are flipping it for more money.
But on Facebook Marketplace, that's where I look for tech items or furniture. So if we need a shoe rack, if we need something, I always look on Facebook Marketplace first. But if I don't find what I'm looking for at a price that I want, then I just don't buy it. Next, another way of underconsuming is to unsubscribe from mailing list in your emails. I do this all the time. I look through my emails, and if I see a company where I'm like, I don't remember signing up for this, go to the corner, press unsubscribe. It literally takes 5 seconds. Sometimes they'll take you to a website and they're like, are you sure you want to unsubscribe? Again, that's maybe another 10 seconds, but it's worth it. You should do it to clear up your inbox and also not to be inundated with all these ads. Next, be mindful of who you're following. So I have found that creators who are super cute, dress super cute, and they have all of the new things, when I look at their life, it's like, wow, their life looks fantastic and I want that life, and I'm now being influenced to want to be like them or dress like them or have what they have, and it's just a lot. But also remember that that is their life. Our lives don't have to look like that. And even for me as an influencer or content creator, there are a lot of products and brands that I advocate for, that I really like to use, and maybe that's not for you. Maybe you can just be like, oh, okay, that's for her, not for me, but I like all the other things that they do. And then lastly, books. I was in the habit of buying whatever book people recommended to me, but now I have a pile of books I need to get through. Let me finish the books that I have before I buy the next thing. I also want to make sure I don't forget about it, so you can add it in your Amazon cart and just press save for later, or just write it down on a list, and as a reminder, you know, if you finish 2 or 3 books, then you can buy it. Having that kind of system in place is going to keep you from over consuming and overbuying all of those books that are sitting on your bookshelf that you have not gone through or read yet. Again, at the end of the day, America is such a consumerism society. Most of our world is. And just remember, our things shouldn't define us. Our personality and how we treat other people, that speaks volume way more than whatever bag we have, whatever shoes we have. So I hope that this video influences you and helps you remember it's okay to not consume. Quick side note, last month in November, my friends and I did something called No Spend November. I did a vlog about it where we didn't spend on anything that wasn't necessary. So aside from bills, rent, groceries, we didn't spend on anything else. No eating out except once a week on the weekends. It was life-changing in the sense of, wow, there are a lot of things I can live without and I don't need to buy things willy-nilly. Many times we buy things out of convenience, but sometimes we buy things just cuz. And I'm trying to mitigate that for all of us. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!